perform really, really well. So probably a player to look out for.
Are we expecting an Urn from him or a Bassi with this Sage's Mask?
You don't have to make anything with the Sage's Mask right now on position 4 or 5. Basically, they nerfed Bassi quite a lot when it comes to the cost itself, right? And it's you can even see players starting with 2 Sage's Masks on the beginning, and they don't make Necros, they don't make Bassi, nothing like that, no Urns. You just keep the Sage's Mask, and it's good, right? It's value. It's most mana region for the buck that you can get.
We'll have to see if any rune fights come out here. And it was, as you said in the draft, S4 Death Prophet with Limp on the Kunkka.
Yeah.
What is,
as you can.
I was gonna say, what is, I believe the last time we saw a Kunkka, we saw an eggs, but I can't remember if we did or not. I don't know how often people are actually picking that up and how strong it is.
Actually, I saw quite a lot of players pick that axe up on Kunkka. And there was an interview that I was listening to as well. I think it was, what do you call him? I forgot his nickname. He has a rose tattooed on his FN, yeah. On his hand, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, and he also buys eggs on Kunkka quite often. I don't know. I don't really see the value, but if something is chaotic, that's always helpful in teamfights, right? Just scaring you that you might get torrented at any given second.
So let's take a look at this mid lane matchup.
Yeah, I think Limp should be fine here. They also last picked the Kunkka into the co-op because of that. Even if you don't know anything about the matchup, you can kind of bullshit your way through it and say, yeah, it's gonna be good for the Kunkka, you know, just because they last picked it. Obviously, they know that it's decent. The thing is, co-op got buffed quite a lot. The Shadow Strike became stronger. Overall, patch after patch after patch, she got buffed, but still, Kunkka is one of those heroes that can always deal with her later on because you have that long range disable with X Mark, right? And it's always a problem for a co-op to play against it.
Yeah, just Iceberg taking so much harass here early on. Forced to south, just to kind of keep up with Limp.
Yeah, we might see a lot of region coming out for both of these players, actually. You can see one South Ferry to Kunkka, one used by Queen of Pain, another one coming top lane.
They're diving under the tower with V-Tune very low. And S4, did he pop us out for about a second to stay alive? And now running away and getting burned down, but not enough damage from Always Wanna Fly.
Yeah, that's one of those nerfs that I was talking about. Launch for Fire Spirits are much weaker than they used to be. They don't slow your attack as much on level 1. They don't damage you as much, so you should be fine. And also, Always Wanna Fly is one of those players that likes to feed quite a lot. Phoenix usually isn't the best hero to give to those players. We'll see, though.
He's playing the 5. He's fine. A nice spear onto Morph on the bottom lane, and Nico Baby tried to TP back to his tower and fell. That is unfortunate. He will not have a TP. He's going to have to walk back to lane.
This lane is very strong for FlyToMoon. You're Rubik plus Mars, and players sometimes forget that Rubik can actually get that lift on level 2, right? Usually everyone takes the aura, but if you take the lift, you can set up the spear, and it's spooky.
Spooky and really strong start for FlyToMoon. I mean, look at this poor Nico Baby. He's so slow. No boots.
Top lane. Will he fall? There we go. One tick. They got him.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about Nico Baby, the worst feeling, right? You have no boots, you tried to TP, you died. Now you have to get your slow ass to the lane.
And he's finally just made it back. I want to take a look at levels. I mean, that's 3.5 on General. And level 3 on Aloha Dance, and Nico Baby not quite level 3 yet.
Yeah. Does it happen to you often that you have to run back to the lane? Like that, without TP, without boots?
So I thought he would get out on the TP. It was pretty close. So unfortunate start for Alliance there. They will have a little bit of a level disadvantage. And he's
He
dead
dies
again. Oh my gosh. Not expecting that. He falls so quickly.
I'm reliving my own games. At least he has a TP this time around, though.
Yes.
He can get back.
We'll make it back here quickly. But FNG's doing great on levels. So he's happy. And Phoenix.
Yeah. Position 5, getting all the experience.
Hey, Bane likes levels.
That's true. That's true. You know, let your carry die.
Yeah.
Take all the experience. Be higher level than the carry. Flame him afterwards.
Of course.
That's the play.
Of course. How else do you bond as a team? You know, FNG
lane.
is on low. Now, FNG's in trouble in the bottom lane as well. General, one more hit, he will fall. And always want to fly. I almost said it. I was so close to saying it. You corrupted me.
You said it. What do you mean?
No, I didn't say it. It didn't happen. There's definitely not a VOD with proof.
Always wanna die? There you go.
And I missed it that time. I was foolish and went to the bottom lane.
Like, he had the ward. He saw him, and he just...
Maybe he just wanted to
decided to
regen.
die.
He didn't want to wait for a courier. He wanted to regen and head back to base.
Yeah. The express tours towards the fountain, I see. It's the next level play.
Yeah, of course. Alright, who got runes amidst all of that? General Hanskin got 2, so it was 2 for 2.
3, 4. Yeah, right? Okay. I'll believe you. I thought it wasn't, but I'll believe you. Queen of Pain dies mid as well.
Yeah, there's rotation.
Yeah.
This is a very active game in which none of the kills happen where we expect them to happen.
It happens. What can you do? Someone just does something crazy and dies, and it's Dota.
Yeah, they're just really trying to make sure the kill per minute is keeping going. As for taking a lot of damage, if VTune can get in range for Lucent Beam, do they have the damage? Creeps giving vision. Always want to fly, doesn't have any spells for a while.
Mid lane, Hanskin dies at the same time. He was trying to stay around that mid tier 1 for a little bit too long. They were actually trying to go for the Queen of Pain twice in a row, but Aloha Dance rotates in. They get the counter kill, but the tower is so low. Look at that tier 1 on Dire. It's crazy.
That's going to be some really early map control for Alliance.
It's so good when you're a Kunkka and you get so much out of a lane. You're just a beast after the laning stage. You can't die. Phase boots, 2 bracers, and you have the tower down. It's just a feels good man for Limp right now.
And Nico Baby is starting to catch up on levels now that the Bane, he's mostly focused on pulling. So FNG giving Morph a lot of space to just get levels and not give FlyToMoon as many kill opportunities in this lane.
Yep.
Although General
Mars
looking to rotate.
You can see General also shifting up his item build a little bit. He knows that Phoenix is 5, and even though you want to get that turn on Phoenix, Phoenix might die actually. Let's see, top. He has dive though.
Yeah, he can jump away.
Yeah.
But will he stay that low HP?
He's gonna run back into them. Mark my words.
I'm
goes.
staying on top lane. I'm glued to this top lane. I don't care that there's 2 FlyToMoon heroes potentially rotating bottom. Okay, Queen of Pain went back to mid.
He's peeking out. He's just preventing the pull. I mean, it's a good thing. You don't have to run base as Phoenix. He's gonna have dive again. If you have dive, you probably shouldn't be killed at any point.
They don't have, there's no silence on the Death Prophet yet, and no chain lockdown from Earthshaker, who is rotating middle.
Yep, they killed him before this combo. exactly same one. So Queen of Pain really has to be careful. He doesn't have a ward that covers this top part of the river, but he did spot him rotating in, so he should be very passive here.
Looks like Limp's gonna get in range for that X. 2 immediate TPs in, Rubik and Mars coming to the mid lane, and Hanskin just blocking them off with a Fisher. And
these kinds of moves are so good in pro games, but so bad in your pubs, because if you do something like this in a pub, that Shaker is diving. He doesn't understand you. He's diving. He's putting his life on the line, feeding, and then he's like, "Why did you go?" You know, you understand? But here, Unka just baits out the TP, goes back, which just instantly makes Aloha dance on this bottom lane all alone, and he might fall. If he doesn't, it's still good for them because they're giving more a lot of space. However, nah, he's fine.
yeah, Luna cancels the TP. Aloha Dance had 8 stick charges there, so he was going to be fairly hard to kill. But that is that middle tower already taken before the 10-minute mark for Alliance. So.
Yeah, this is really crazy good for them. Top lane.
And Queen of Pain jumping, and Hanskin is so unbelievably low. No turn kill there.
It's crazy because he doesn't even have to go back. He has these tranquils. He can pretty much stick around on the lane. Plus 19 region. He's fine. But yeah, so far the laning stage pretty good. I think even though it's going badly for FlyToMoon on top lane and mid, there's rotation.
S4 in a little bit of trouble, but with the Shaker, should be able to walk it back. B-Tune does not have his Eclipse yet. He's getting X'd, and he's going to be hit by a boat. I think his teammates might just be abandoning him. Iceberg standing on the side, doesn't really want to commit in. Shaker has his level 6, so looking for an echo opportunity if there is one. Fisher stolen by Aloha Dance. And B-Tune very low on the backside, is stun onto Hanskin. He drops the echo, a lot of damage. Torrent as well, holding Iceberg in place. And Kunko with the last hit and the X onto Aloha Dance. No Fisher yet for this Rubik, no lift as well. Limp picking up some nice kills here.
He's just having a blast. He's just having so much fun. He knows he's unkillable. He has almost 2k HP at this point. You're not taking him down. And even though Rubik steals that fissure, it's good to kill off the Shaker, but Queen of Pain jumps in straight onto the Echo and gets just destroyed. All these things, though, are happening because, remember, we were talking about their lack of control, and because of that, they just overcommit. They have to wait for General to come online. He could have TP'd there perhaps and made the difference, but he's opting to chill in the lane and farm up his vessel, which I can also respect. They need this vessel. They need a way to deal with the Morphling and the Dead Prophet, and it definitely will come in handy. Yeah.
This is going to be really strong against all of Alliance heroes, both for the passive and the active. And it looks like they're moving potentially 2 heroes down bottom. Never mind. They will just be jungling. Everyone moving into that passive farm stage for a little bit.
Just debating us a little bit with their rotations.
I want to see more fights. What can I say?
I think if they're about to fight, they need to do it around Mars. And they're pinging him. Maybe there's some smoke happening now.
He has his vessel. The recipe is flying out to him right now. Limp sitting with an invis rune up top, waiting to see if anyone rotates to deal with this Death Prophet push. And it looks like they're just going to ignore it. They're smoked. Maybe hoping that someone will be caught out after this push.
They have a really strong team fight, but I'm worried for them. They're gonna run into Bane.
That was a smoke into smoke. S4 out with the double Spirit Siphon. The egg is gonna pop. F and G should fall here. And Crypt Swarm stolen by Rubik.
If you look at it this way, you just wasted that egg and the first rotation from the Mars and the smoke, and all you got was a Bane.
And you didn't even defend the tower, so you've already lost your tier 1 up there.
And you're not pressuring anything, right? The mid tier 1 is full HP, bottom tier 1 pretty much the same. they're being outplayed by Alliance heavily, and it comes down to these better mechanical plays in the laning stage.
Let's see if maybe they can do something else here with 3 FlyToMoon heroes bottom. They might want to take a tier 1 of their own. Nico Baby, a little bit of a rough target right now, especially with Limp so close by to assist.
Yeah, look at all these ancient stacks that he's taking together with Kunkka.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice that they were making those, but they'll trade probably the stacks for the tier 1. They will not fight it out. I think it's the smart choice as well. Sometimes you're in front and you want to keep that lead by constantly fighting. But if you miss just one team fight, it can go badly for you. General?
gonna run into each other. The Nightmare onto Mars. Held in place currently. Nico Baby pulling over the Rubik. Aloha Dance on the wrong side of the fight. Isolated from his team. Will get killed. General to fall as well. And Iceberg, he has that arcane rune, and he's just gonna run away.
And that was such a good play by Alliance. All these small little things add up. Let's see, Bounty Rune.
They will be going. Another egg is dropped. V-Tune very low here, though. FNG starting to run away. Iceberg on the backside of the fight with the Sonic Wave taking down 2 there. And FlyToMoon's heroes are respawning. Alliance definitely cannot continue to fight here. Limp trying to run himself away, getting slowed by the Queen. A lot of burn damage as well. They will finish off that kill.
I was just gonna make a point about how well they played it. And they instantly go and just feed 3 heroes away, the same way FlyToMoon did. So what happened there? FlyToMoon, they run uphill where they have absolutely no vision, and they aren't even smoked. They just run uphill to Alliance's shrine and they feed.
Yeah, and now they're
Alliance do the same.
Yeah, Aloha Dance getting pretty low, but the ultimate out from General to hold in place. Hanskin in trouble here. He should fall. Morphling safe on the other side of the arena. And we also lost FNG on another side of the fight.
What's happening to them? What is this? It's crazy. They're being picked off apart pretty much by FlyToMoon. I almost dropped my microphone there.
That's fine. You know, the floor can cast too.
Yeah.
Alliance.
Probably better than me. Yeah, they're trying to push mid, but Kunkka is there, so he has the halberd completed.
And General will be going for the Blink Dagger next, making sure he has even better initiations. And if FlyToMoon can keep this momentum up, they have the Sonic Wave back up. Egg in 10 seconds. Alliance is smoked, though.
Where are they going? Let's see.
Well, they
Towards
have
the bottom.
Yeah, they have the blink on Hanskin, so this is the smoke to see if they can go in and do something. But there is the egg, there is the arena. Can General do anything here? He's gonna spear away. He's getting solo echoed. Hold him in place.
Yeah, not really your best echo ever. Not your $6 million echo, right? But it's fine. They get the kill. They get what they came for. Basically, with a move such as this one, what you don't see usually when people are casting is that Nico Baby was farming the wave at the same time, right? And the jungle, the Radiant jungle. So when you're moving like that, even if you don't find anyone, you're securing your carry's farm. That's why that move was made. It wasn't really to get any big pick off. The fact that they found General is just the icing on the cake.
Iceberg has the Yules completed now. Aloha Dance looking for that Aether Lens. And Phoenix going for a halberd himself.
Yeah, you can see that all these items that they are buying are how to put it, reactionary items to the enemy heroes, right? It's not really something that you want to be buying, but you have to. Like Queen of Pain would much rather go for that Orchid, let's say, but you're playing versus Kunkka and that Prophet. You just have to go for a Yules. They're in a pickle, but they're playing go right. Only 1k behind.
Aloha Dance X run up in the air. They don't really have the follow-up right now, and all of FlyToMoon is sitting right behind him. So probably a fight they are okay with taking.
That Prophet has ulti again. He's just taking, S4 is just taking the outpost on his zone. Probably a tier 2 on the top lane after that.
Yeah, and FlyToMoon taking the other outpost, choosing not to fight right now. We'll see. Maybe they'll run into each other. There's a lot of posturing right now, and no one quite ready to commit. General could be caught out. Yules by S4 with the Spirit Siphon. Limp here to lock him down as well. And that's the E-Blade done on Morphling. A nice pickoff on General. And an X-Pack onto the Phoenix. And he's silenced as well. Won't be able to get anything off here. And a second kill for Alliance. Taking back a little bit of control in this game.
It's just so easy for them to make these pickoffs. Look, bottom lane as well, Bane on a Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
There's just so much catch. There's just so much catch from this team. You have Sleep, Grip, Fissure, X marks the spot, Yules on that Prophet, into the silence. It's just crazy good. On the other hand, you have one lift to work with, and that's it.
And if you steal Fissure...
It's a great steal and it's not too hard to do it, but you need a couple of those team fights to go your way to steal it and survive.
Yeah, but if FlyToMoon can get their combo off, it is hard for Alliance to deal with. And I think that's why we see BKB being built on Death Prophet as well as on Morphling and Kunkka.
No,
so,
everyone.
Yeah,
everyone.
There's 3 BKBs being built by Alliance. They do not want to deal with Eclipse, Arena, Egg combo.
Yeah. You get a way to deal with the egg as well. Those fire spirits aren't gonna slow you down.
And General in trouble here mid lane, gets E-bladed up with the Kunkka boat hitting, and the Phoenix Sunray not enough to heal there, and always want to fly, just forced to jump away.
General, he's posturing like he has some crimson or something, right? He's trying to be up front. Luna is caught as well.
Yeah, and there is the S4 ultimate. V2 going to pop that Eclipse, and S4 has to run away. Hanskin is here to hold Luna in place. The egg used on the backline, preventing Alliance from going too far forward. Morph's trying to take it out. Meanwhile, the Sonic Wave doesn't actually get the kill on S4, and Nico Baby took out the egg. Silence on the co-op. She has used up into the air. Iceberg cannot blink away, locked down for far too long.
Man, S4 is such a god. Like, he just runs in, uses a solo Luna, and he knows he has Eclipse, right? It's a level 2 Eclipse, even more so. And he still chases him, forces that Eclipse, sorry. Then he forces the ulti from Queen of Pain, which doesn't connect. So he already eliminated 2 big ultimates from the side of FlyToMoon. Also, Phoenix uses his egg defensively there so that Luna has somewhere to run to. But it all literally doesn't matter because everyone else on Alliance is pretty much to do whatever they want to. Everything has been expanded on FlyToMoon just to deal with S4 and his aggressiveness.
And Nico Baby just killing that egg so quickly. I thought for sure Phoenix was going to be able to get that egg off because it was so defensive. But the mobility just from a Morph, able to get there quickly and then have the attack speed to deal with it.
Yeah, it's the worst thing when you're a Phoenix to deal with a hero that has high mobility plus high attack speed. Heroes such as Weaver, Mirana, and Morphling are a pain in the ass to play against. They just get on top of that egg. It doesn't matter how defensive it is, if he has waveform to get there, right?
And we're getting pretty close to those BKBs for Alliance.
There's this thing that Luna is on top of the network charts. Well, not anymore because Morphling overtook her, but he's keeping up. The thing is, when you're Luna, you're supposed to be ahead. It's the style of the hero. You can flash farm with her. And if you aren't doing that, if you aren't ahead, probably something is not right. They smoke up, they try.
They're not going to find anything from the looks of it. I mean, maybe they'll find S4 here if he sticks around. He looked like he was backing away, but choosing to stay and farm. Alliance is fairly close by. We've seen how tanky S4 is. Can he survive through this burst? He's using himself up. He's got the Essence Ring as well for a little bit of tankiness. He will fall. That Spirit Vessel, very useful.
What do you do with this smoke, though? That's my question now. You just got S4, yeah, that's great, but can you actually do anything afterwards with that smoke? Was this actually useful for you? Wouldn't it be better for this Luna to have farmed for that 1 minute instead? I mean, he'd get more out of it for sure, and you didn't really threaten any objectives afterwards. It's one of those, I like to call them empty smokes. You get the kill, but you get it too far away from a tower, the wave isn't pushing in, and you can't really do anything afterwards.
One thing, I didn't look too closely, but I don't know if FlyToMoon stacked very much for this Luna either. So we saw those ancient stacks for the Kunkka and the Morph to take, definitely accelerating them towards that first item. And Morph had a very fast E-Blade.
Yeah, even after he suffered a little bit in the lane, right? He died without boots, then died again. His game was a hell, but he kept his cool and came back very well. I don't think they stacked for Luna. I was actually keeping tabs on it. And what's also weird is that Luna has Dominator, right? Mm-hmm. Back in the day, you get that Dominator, you stack with it, and people started doing that again. However, Vitun wasn't really utilizing that Dominator that way.
Yeah, and that's where you said Luna needs to be at the top of the net worth and significantly ahead in it. This is Roche about to fall. Defensive edge use. General jumps in with the arena. The nice Sonic Wave to clean up two. Morphling and Bane are down. Can they get some more here? S4 uses his ultimate and then throws himself up in the air. Jumps in. Hanskin with the Echo. Can they turn this around for Alliance? Will they be able to get Phoenix a counter Echo stolen by Aloha Dance? 4 dead on the side of Alliance. What
That's
a fight.
Almost a wipe. What a fight. What a neg, actually. Always want to fly. That's exactly how you need it. That's exactly how you need to use your egg in a rush fight, because you use it outside of the pit where they don't have vision. So they can't even decide, do we leave the pit? Do we go kill the egg? They pop their BKBs. They try to finish the rush, but Iceberg pops that ulti just in the nick of time, killing off the Morphling. And then they just steal the Aegis as well. But this game
just completely turned around. Yeah, FlyToMoon just took the game in full control, and that's the beautiful team fight we wanted to see. But are they going to overstay? Can Alliance punish them here? Kunkka has been forced out. It's a grip onto Mars, so General is down. They take the tower, so grip over onto Kunkka as well, but a nice Earthshaker stun holding the 2 supports in place. Phoenix will have the Aegis to come back. And they should have enough lockdown to take out the second life. So a nice punish from Alliance.
He took the Aegis so he can die twice.
Yeah. So he's just trying to make me say it again.
Yeah. Go back to sleep, kids. They're not coming back. Never mind. I take that back. FNG.
He's got some nice backup from Hanskin.
Yeah. It should be fine. Yeah, it looked alright for them. They take a great fight, but they forget that to take these fights, they actually need their ultimates. Mm-hmm. Their whole combo is basically a combo of big ultis, and if you expend them, you really have to chill.
They did get both towers, so if they were to win another fight like that, they can go high ground. So that is the win you get from it.
And they really push high ground well. You do have a Luna, right? So your high ground pushing potential is very high. Okay, item-wise, what's happening? Phoenix needs, well, only the talisman and he'll have a halberd. That can come in handy. Even if you have the BKB, it doesn't really matter if he halberds you before. So it's pretty good.
Rubik's getting closer to that Blink Dagger. We've seen Aloha Dance have a really big impact. As you talked about at the start of the game, his Rubik is really impressive, and he's had some great steals here with grips and echoes and just a lot of control coming out from him. And this smoke looks like they might run into FNG here. This should be a pretty dead Bane with a Nightmare stolen and Alliance trying to disengage. They've got Link pretty low out here. An S4 ultimate and Queen of Pain instantly popped. Now the egg is used on one side of the fight. They should be able to take out the egg. So right now, they don't. It actually gets it off. That's surprising. So the Phoenix lives. For now, they have to continue to chase, but S4 can frontline and finish that off at the end. They have an Eclipse if they choose to re-engage. Now there's the X onto the Luna. Nightmare stolen by Rubik to kind of protect V2.
So many amazing things happened right now, and you miss them if you don't really think about it. But first and foremost, Alliance knew that they were smoked, 100%. FNG, he wars that cliff, and then he kind of circles around it.
Yeah, but first, it looks like V2 is in some trouble. The Arena holding everyone in place here. The Eclipse trying to do what it can to take out a Limp. He is very, very tanky. Hanskin's going to fall. Limp eventually falls here as well. So FlyToMoon getting a nice fight, comboing up their ultimates. Nico Baby pretty low. He's got the Vessel on him. They're trying to do what they can. The Grip holding General in place. S4 draining him. General not dead yet.
Quap is back.
A lot of Nightmare trading. Yeah, Quap here in on the back line. FNG pretty low. BKB popped by Quap. Jumping back to S4 just to see if he can survive through this. He has the BKB. He's running himself away. Queen of Pain finally gets FNG on the other side and then comes back in and takes out S4.
That Luna hurts. They had a really sick team fight there around the tier 2. Even after the start wasn't really that great for them. And now they can pressure the high ground too. Look at this.
And
there is the shake on the Morphling, but that's not enough to stop a Luna, even with the E-Blade.
And if they take out this tower, that's a pretty fast Rax gone. And the mid tower is open. They still have Sonic Wave. They still have Egg, so they are not without their ultimates. And Arena just came back off cooldown. So Morphling is going to come in. BKB up. The fighting of the carries. V2 decides to finish off the barracks first. There's the Egg here in the middle of the fight. Will they be able to take it down? Yes, that is Phoenix out of the fight. Limp here with the BKB, trying to do what he can. No BKB left on Morphling and Spirit Vesseled. Now, a Nightmare holding General back. They should be able to get this kill. And I think the rest of FlyToMoon gets away. We'll wait and watch this General kill.
Yep, Aloha Dance had a fissure there to work with, so he uses it to save himself too. General falls, but they get Raxes, and exactly what needed to happen for them. They fought outside the base, they took a good fight, and went straight onto the high ground. Now, the thing is, you pop those BKBs to deal with the Egg, but it takes way too much time. By the time the Egg is dead, yeah, you do kill it, but then you can't stop the Luna from hurting you, together with the Queen of Pain and the Mars. So it's... I don't know, I think they should play these teamfights in a different way, in which they bait out the Egg and then perhaps retreat and re-engage. You can't just pop the BKBs to kill the Egg and hope to fight the Queen of Pain and Luna afterwards. It was a small mistake, I think, in the way they approached the teamfight on the side of Alliance.
And Luna, something I don't think we've mentioned, has a Scotty. So that
she just
plus,
finished it,
yeah, that and the Spirit Vessel is going to make life miserable for Alliance.
Yeah. Probably one of the best items versus Morphling right now on any carry, right? That's Skadi. With the recent changes, it's just very good.
Yeah, and they maybe caught S4 here. He's forced to BKB. They don't have FNG. He died at the start of this. And FlyToMoon just diving the tower. They don't care about hitting buildings. They want to catch more Alliance heroes. A lift onto S4. Doesn't have the BKB. Now the Echo to hold people in place, but the Sonic Wave plus the Egg. They're dishing out so much damage here from FlyToMoon. S4 cannot tank up through it. They get 3 kills in the end, and they can take this tier 1 and probably move into the tier 2. There's no Echo. They do have the Death Prophet ultimate and Fiend script when everybody's back alive.
Nice attempt. Like he tried to waveform over the cliff and catch Luna off guard with that T-Blade combo, but man, he has a Skadi and BKB and Manta. That's 3k HP. You're not killing him. You can't deal 1500 HP to him with that one E-Blade combo. Yep, very optimistic by Nico Baby, but I understand that he needs to try and make these moves, as they're losing this game hard right now. It's completely turned. If you remember that Roche fight, ever since then, Alliance, they're making the right moves, but they just aren't strong enough to win these team fights any longer.
I don't think we've seen Alliance execute a fight on their own terms yet.
So that fight around the tier 2 on the bottom lane, I think, was on their terms, but they were just way too weak. S4?
He's in a lot of trouble here again. Forced to BKB. He does pop his ultimate, the Scotty, just making life miserable for him. And we'll have to see Limp also forced to BKB. And yeah, FlyToMoon disengages. They got the Death Prophet ultimate, they got the BKBs, and Alliance wants to make something happen with it. That's a dead S4 though. Alliance might be smoked up on the backside, but what can they do? They don't have Echo, and they don't have their S4 anymore. A shotgun again onto the Luna, but that's what, about half of her HP? You can't even get her really very low with that. FNG in a lot of trouble. The boat's going to come through. Try and keep himself alive. Spirit Vessel taking him out. Now there's the Arena onto the high ground with a spear, holding Limp in place. Now the jump forward with the Echo from Hanskin, but Luna just turns around. Sonic Wave helping her out too. So much damage just coming out here from FlyToMoon. Limp's got the Spirit Vessel on him. He cannot sustain through this. That's 4 dead on Alliance. Nico Baby low as well. It looks like he's going to fall, and that's 5 dead. Buyback from Kunkka, and no one else has buyback.
Yeah, he has BKB in 10 seconds. No one else is up alive in 30 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds for S4. But the two of you aren't going to defend this. I think FlyToMoon can just get Megas here. They can go for all the sides. They're just completely outplaying Alliance. Alliance, they force that ulti and BKB on S4. And after that BKB is over, you can't fight any longer, but S4 goes way out of position, get picked off, dies, and after that, it's so easy for FlyToMoon to fight. They had a really good combo of, by the way, Kunkka as well, you called it. You called Limp using that BKB, and FlyToMoon disengaging. I don't see the reasoning behind Alliance's attempts to be aggressive after that. You need to wait for the BKBs to come back online.
I think they just wanted to take advantage of S4 popping his ultimate, but he died instantly. They weren't even there to back him up when he got caught out again by FlyToMoon. And here they're catching out S4 again. He's aggressive. The sheep is used onto him. That's a BKB from Iceberg. Make sure nothing is going to stop him from taking out S4. And S4 buys back instantly.
Rage buyback. No, they have to probably contest Rush. It's not Rage. They should smoke up and go for it though. To make this, yeah, they smoke up, they go for it to make this buyback justified.
There's an egg, there's Arena. Eclipse is on cooldown for 30 more seconds, and Sonic Wave is back up. The only ultimate they're missing is Luna's. And here comes the S4 ultimate, the silence onto 2. Nice start, forces out the BKB from Luna. The egg is dropped with the Arena and the Sonic Wave once again. Now Mars has been nightmare this whole time. Can't really do anything, always want to fly. Throwing out that Sunray, the sheep used once again by Quap, securing that Morphling death. Limp gonna fall as well. That's a dieback on Limp. S4 doesn't really have anyone to help him. Hanskin has bought back. He's trying to get to this fight, but there's just nothing that he can do. S4 can barely even manage to do anything in this fight, taken down by the Eclipse, which came off cooldown.
They just waited for Papa S4 to die so he can call GG. You wait for him to do that. Yeah, such a crazy game from Alliance. They had it.